should probably tweet something to somebody, right? Post it up, advertise the fact that we're going to be doing this live. You know, I've never been good at self promotion. It's always just one of those things that entirely escapes me. So we're just going to send out a little tweet while we get started here. See how it goes. If you're here, say hi in the chat. Let me know you're here, and that I'm not just talking to myself. That'd be pretty great. All right, there we go. Hello, Joshua Chen. All right, I was hoping that little one on concurrent viewers meant a real one and not just me watching it on my phone. Well, so this is the return, I guess, of Weird Week and me after a short hiatus, a month and a half or so, and I'll just rip through this pretty quick for you. My schedule became very heavy, so I had to cut back on a lot of the things I was doing. So I'm hoping that we can start doing Weird Week or something like it in a live setting like this. Something that doesn't take so much post-production on my end, which eats up days at a time. So being the first time we're doing this, I don't know how this is going to go. It could be horrible. It could be fantastic. I'm really hoping for fantastic. But we'll see. There's always going to be ways I can make it better. If the sound is weird, like any other live stream, just let me know in the chat. That would be fantastic. So let's just do some quick business right away. Follow us on the socials, Twitter and Instagram. I am back, so they will be more active. And if you haven't, catch up on some of our old videos. There's plenty of content there. Also, I opened TikTok for the first time in like 2 months today, and maybe I'll start making people pissed off at me again. Who knows? We'll find out. Anyway, let's get into it. I'm going to shrink my little window here, and then we're going to open up the first batch of things that I dug into. So, Sunday day near my house, Waco, Texas, we got this sighting from user David. I'm on my porch around 6 p.m. in Waco, Texas, which is like an hour north of me. And I see this up in the clouds. Can anybody tell me about this? Because I'm a small believer, but this one might just confirm my suspicion. Get out of here. What is this? So let's take a look. Let's make sure I have volume up for you guys.
Okay, so somebody tell me what the fuck this means. So I'm on the porch, puffing on a black, and I'm looking up at the sky. I don't know if I'm tripping, if somebody can fill me in on what the heck that is. I'm so thankful I got iPhone quality camera, because I know ain't no Android gonna pick that up. I don't know if y'all can see two little dots, but it's been in the same, it's been stuck in the same like position. It had not left, as you can see. That's really weird. I'm really trying to figure that out. Hold on. Like, I can shake my camera just to let y'all know that it's not on my lenses or anything. Like, this is legit. Like, there ain't no window either. I'm trying to prove my point. Ain't no window. It's just a porch. And when you go back up in there, oh my God, that is weird. I don't know what the fuck that is. I'm trying to hold it still.
All right. I don't know. I'm trying to think of things that could be in the sky. He says that like they've been sitting there a while and they're just stuck there, I suppose. Kites clearly would drift, right? Obviously, maybe helicopters can hover, but those look too small to be helicopters, or they were too far away. There should have been sound But I suppose if the distance is right, you might not hear helicopters. Am I thinking about that wrong? I mean, and then there's the other thing where it's actually, as soon as I try to disregard it, it's probably just drones. It's probably just 2 drones maybe gathering footage or something. Especially if there's like Waco is, you know, it's a touchy place, famously. If there's like a drug bust or surveillance going on, that would totally explain the 2 drones. If it's drones. But there is a part 2 that I highlighted. This just says part 2 of the Waco sky mystery. So let's pump up the volume, full screen it, and see what part 2 is all about.
Second video. I'm starting to notice that it's going up in the air right now.
Can you guys hear the narration?
Take some pictures. What in the fuck? Yo, it's going up in the air. It's literally going up in the air. Bro, I'm not tripping. I might post this to Chill's narrator subreddit. I gotta go holler at the dude. Yo, what the fuck? I'm not tripping. It's right there. What the fuck?
I mean, he says that it rises. I hope you guys can hear it. He says that it's rising up in the air. Again, that could be drones. I don't see any reason to think it's not drones. Is there like a shot that we can frame to get real good look at them? They don't necessarily look like drones. They're almost pyramidal. They look fatter on the bottom with something on top. And they do seem locked, like equidistant from each other. It's an interesting video. Let's scrape the comments here in Reddit, which is something that I kind of wanted to do in the old Weird Week. So now we get to do it because this is much more loose, much more free form. Let's see here. Weird helicopter. Chilling. All right, there's nothing in there. Useless. That's kind of... You get into the chills subreddit and it's not always the most helpful or scientific. All right, cool. Weird thing on Sunday. Let's see. Oh, I had a better one on Sunday. I'm not even going to give this an intro. We're just going to click into it. Oh, shit. Never mind. Well, it was a teleporting cat. I know. Let's see if, you know what? I'll see if I can find it. To hell with it. Well, there was a teleporting cat. We're off to a great start so far this week. All right, so let's jump to Monday. You know what the other thing I'm gonna miss, and maybe I'll figure out a way to do it, is the cool boom music every day. On Monday, my note just says do drugs. let's see what the hell that means. Yeah. There could be a curious link between psychedelics and improved heart health. You know, I'm a big proponent of certain psychedelics in general health. Anyway, especially for a number of psychiatric things, and I'm sure people who watch this channel are probably mostly on my side there. I don't know. Do you guys want me to read all of this? I'll try to jump to the chewy parts for you. An emerging hypothesis suggests classic psychedelics like DMT, ayahuasca, LSD, mescaline, peyote, or psilocybin could have a positive impact on heart health that is remarkably long-lasting. In early 2021, an analysis of the United States National Survey on Drug Use and Health found those who had tried a psychedelic at least once in their life had higher odds of greater self-reported overall health and lower odds of being overweight. What's more, these respondents had lower odds of having a heart condition like high blood pressure in the past year. So I won't I don't know about the weight thing. If that's what they found, that's what they found. I'm not sure, but I will say that of the people I know that use psilocybin or other psychedelics for general mental well-being are doing well, especially the people who have done it for a long time and do it responsibly, myself included. It's been incredibly good because once you start seeing the world correctly mentally, you start to see your own self-worth correctly. I'm not going to get too far into that, but it is interesting to know that there's data out there that's saying that it's good for your heart. So, as my notes said, do drugs. That's been my PSA. Man, fucking Monday was a weird one. Here's my second one for Monday. Hypnotized to fart. Jesus Christ. No wonder I was doing this like a show with editing. According to the dailymail.com, NHS nurse who claimed she was secretly hypnotized at work, causing her to fart against her will lose lawsuit after she was sacked for refusing to see a psychiatrist. We'll just get through the quick notes here. Zandra Sampson insisted she had covertly it's written terribly. Zandra Sampson insisted she had been covertly hypnotized to break wind at work. She also said she had been possessed and gaslighted by low-frequency sounds. The brown note, I'm sure you all know that. When she complained to bosses, they referred her to occupational health team. She refused psychiatric help, so was suspended and then sacked. Ms. Sampson claimed unfair dismissal, but lost her case at tribunal this month. I don't know what it is about the word tribunal, but anytime I hear the word tribunal, it's like it seems much scarier than it probably is. I'm just gonna flip through here and see if a tribunal heard she also claimed she was being possessed. Her private parts were being attacked, and she was gaslighted through the use of low-frequency sound waves. If I've got any viewers that know how to hypnotize somebody to fart, message me, email me, or something. I just want to talk. Ms. Sampson blamed the perceived paranormal experiences on poor heating and ventilation at the hospital unit she worked at. She self-diagnosed herself as being the target of ideomotor phenomenon, a little-known hypnotic concept which is said to make people make movements unconsciously. She described it as extremely bothersome. Yeah, that would make sense. I am a healthy individual and does not have... There are so many typos. This seems like it was written quickly. I expect better journalism from the Daily Mail. I'm just scanning real quick to see if she names any suspects as to who the wicked fart priestess may have been. I am presented with excessive complaints from colleagues which are mostly trivial and made a subject of a performance management program which is not necessary. The frequent mention of the names of my acquaintances by my colleagues is also another way of causing anxiety. They're also using gaslighting through use of low frequency. I'll be honest. The more I flip through this article and the more I look at this story, it got less funny. I'm not a psychiatrist. I'm not a doctor. I'm not trying to cast judgment or anything. Samson here should talk to somebody. I meant this as a light story, but now, in retrospect, it doesn't feel so light. But I do repeat, if any of my viewers know how to hypnotize people to fart, please message me. Right. Also on Monday, we had drone footage from 2008 in Iraq show up. I believe this was a UAP sighting from not... Yep, there we are. Also on Reddit. You'll see a lot of my stuff came from Reddit this week because I was trying to get rolling into the swing of things again.
You want to take my feet? Take my nose and just like shake it. Hauser and
so it's important to know that like these are military dudes in Iraq in 2008. They know what should be up in the sky.
Send a red 4.
Let's do. What's last time? Let it just start. Yeah. Okay. So Saturn will start it up. So we'll start it up.
Roger.
I'll start it up. And then
Oh, that was really interesting. Did you see how it just dropped like that?
Is it Hummers or is it LAVs?
There, it did it again. Oh, that was fucking weird. Did it just disappear? Oh no, just like... It is moving really oddly. It seems to be moving a lot like the way that like Schraber described the Tic Tac moving. I'll be honest, I buy this one. It's moving weird. And the 2008 new metal soundtrack, that sells it to me. That's a good one. Oh man, I'm glad that footage popped up. Let's just scroll the comments and see what people are saying about it. That shit looks like a UFO, yeah. Erratic movements are definitely from the camera operator adjusting the camera. You can hear it move every time he does, not saying that to discredit the video. Most people are agreeing. And this guy says it's probably Saturn. Let's say hypothetically this is a camera with a telescopic lens to see things on the ground miles away in fairly clear detail thanks to the zoom of the telescopic lens. If this is Saturn, at this magnification so large that the rings are clearly defined, the rotation of the Earth would cause it to drift out of frame at about this same speed. That is a great argument. Wow, that is an excellent argument. There is a reply to it. Let's see what they say. Excellent post and explanation. I don't know why you don't have a bunch of upvotes. Well, okay, I do know why. Well, I'm definitely giving them. I'm not logged in. Never mind. Well, I gave it to them in my heart. Let's just look at it one more time with the thought that it is Saturn. What is this dot in the center? Is that part of the screen? Is that part of the equipment? Okay, so it does move with the clouds. That makes sense.
Send a red 4.
And that would be drifting due to orbit. Yeah, I think that's it. I think that guy solved it. I think it's Saturn. Or, you know, at least somebody
Roger.
in the solar system. It's pretty steady, and he adjusts.
Is it Hummers or is it LAVs?
Yeah, there's a camera sound, so that's exactly what it is. Every time it moves, it's like a sound.
What?
Yeah. Interesting. Cool. I didn't expect that explanation. Definitely a great one. What do we have next? All right, so that was the end of Monday as far as I found. Let's jump into Tuesday. This video coming up, I saw originally on Reddit, and then I saw a couple other places here and there. It's a strange video. I think I have an explanation for part of it. So my notes just call this one Ghost takes collar off of dog. Let's see here. All right, so it looks like originally it's from TikTok. Okay, so in the beginning of the video, you see the only part I can't explain is kind of circumstantial and doesn't really matter. At the beginning of the video, the two dogs are fucking hooting and hollering back and forth at each other. Just as a quick reminder. Silence. Okay, and that silence hangs out for a little while. What is interesting to note while they're barking back and forth, take a look at where their heads are pointed. They're not barking at each other. Okay, so I don't think you can see my mouse. Maybe you can. So the dog down here on the left, he is looking maybe right up at the camera, or at least in this general direction. The dog in black, I can't really see. It looks like the dog in black is looking straight forward. They're not looking at each other. They're not looking at the same thing, and they're going nuts. Silence. Black dog looks away, looks behind him. That happens. All right, so the black dog looks behind him immediately before it looks like he gets yanked backward and his collar comes off. I can see why people would say a ghost grabbed him and pulled the collar. Sure, maybe. To me, it also looks like it could be that the dog just jumped backward. I know it's not like a clear explanation of it. But I've seen dogs do weird shit, especially when they're worked up. I don't think it's absurd to think that the dog just jumped backwards and maybe his collar got caught on this clearly wire-framed dog. There is a sound right there before that text message pops up in the video. And a sound there. There's a couple of atmospheric sounds there that sound like somebody moving around. That's really strange. You know, I was much more confident about my explanation before I rewatched it. I don't know. What do you think? Let's see what it looks like the post was removed. Oh, good. I cannot wait to check the comments now. This post has been removed as it doesn't seem to be related strongly enough to the paranormal or ghosts. Are you serious? Like, what the hell subreddit am I on? R Ghosts? I have definitely seen some garbage on R Ghosts that is way dumber than this. Like, literal lens flares that stay up and get 600 upvotes. Never leave dogs in crates with collars on. Far too many of them strangle them. Again, I agree. And that's kind of what I think happened with that collar, is it got caught. The dog was startled by the collar and jumped back himself. I do think the dog jumped back himself. I'm not sure how they would have been startled by the collar. I don't know. But in general, yeah, I do. I think that the dog jumped backward and got caught. The silence is weird. The atmospheric sounds are weird. Could be anything. Could be nothing at all. All right, moving on. Also on Tuesday, the butterfly effect is wrong. Let's see. All right. According to LANL.gov, the Los Alamos National Laboratory, simulating quantum time travel disproves butterfly effect in quantum realm. Evolving quantum processes backwards on a quantum computer to damage information in the simulated past causes little change when returned to the present. I think a lot of people were getting to this sort of conclusion anyway. You would even see it in popular culture and things like Doctor Who, where time has a way of correcting itself. I'm not going to jump into how thick and wordy this may be. If you want to, I mean, there it is. It's right there. I'll even put a link in the show notes, in the stream notes. But I think, honestly, when you think about time travel, it makes sense that time would correct itself. At least on like a linear time sort of way. Maybe not in like a many worlds interpretation. I don't know. It's cool to see that this is being looked at, though, and considered on like an official level. I do suggest reading it, though. So after this is over, and like 20 minutes later, I'll have a link in the show notes for you, or just go right here. Go find it. What's next on Tuesday? Let's get something a little easier, a little less dense. Nothing. All right, moving on. On Wednesday, we got a triangle-shaped UFO, October 20th, 2021. Let's take a look, folks. There's no audio here. It's just two white lights. I must have marked it for a reason. They are bright as fuck, though, and they're not blinking, it doesn't look like. Well, at least we know they're definitely going behind the trees. And they're banking. I mean, obviously, planes bank too, but when I saw my triangle craft, banking was one of the things that really stuck out to me. How do you even upload video without audio anymore? Oh, there it is. Okay, so you can clearly... Let's see. We're going to go back a little bit. Yeah, you can pretty clearly see three lights. Three white lights. I'm not talking about these guys, obviously. Interesting that it seems to be up on its side. You don't really get those reports when it comes to triangle UFOs. They're usually flat down. I'm just going to skip around in this video a little. Yeah, unless it's like really high up. I don't see any lights on it that are blinking. It's three solid lights. And it did go behind trees and whatnot, so we know that it's not on the windshield or the camera or anything like that. Let's take a look at the comments. Let's see where that was. Golden rule, if it has a red-green light combination and or flashes in 2-second interval, then it's ours. Yeah, I know that. I didn't see that in the video. Did you? Did I just miss it? Yeah, these people are saying they see lights flashing. So let's take a look again, because I don't see lights as flashing. Yeah, I just don't see flashing lights. Anybody watching this now, what do you think? Let me know in the chat. What do you see here? Because I just don't see flashing lights. I see a shitty camera with a shitty picture. Oh, fuck. I saw it. I saw it. It took me a second. I wish Reddit would let you play videos back at like quarter speed. Yep, keep an eye right between there. See it? There it is. Not much more to it. It's goddamn plain. Solved. Moving on. All right, so we've got Eli's somber explanation. Eli is just my shorthand for Elizondo. I'm sure that if you've been watching this channel for a little while, you already know that. Jesus Christ. I should have written a summary. All right, I'll just read it to you. Elizondo expands on his somber comment, saying humanity may have to rewrite history. Lou was asked to expand on his somber comments in his AMA with Kurt Jaimungal. Anybody? He described the conversation he had with someone high up in the government, and it's probably the most important thing he's said so far, in my opinion. This is, of course, the opinion of user Grundle Salad. Jesus. We had a conversation. He said, you know, Lou, mankind has been around for a little... You want me to do this in character? A little while. And most of the time... I can't do a Lou impression. Mankind has been around... we've been smack in the middle of the food chain. We ate a lot of things, and a lot of things ate us, and that's just the bottom line. About 70,000 years ago, something fundamentally changed. Something changed, and our species was instantly catapulted to the very top of our planet as far as predatory animals. And he's not wrong. Now, all of a sudden, we became the most feared. We were the most lethal and the most successful. In fact, most of the large species that existed on the planet went extinct because of us, because we started eating them. There were a couple of species that did very, very well with our immediate ascension. We brought a couple of species with us, the dog, as an example. That species benefited greatly from mankind's ascension as the alpha predator and wound up succeeding as well, doing very well off of that. That changed the entire global landscape of the planet almost overnight. Large animals were extinct because of us. Went extinct. What if it turns out that there's another species that's even higher on that ladder than we are? Do we need the social institutions that we have today? Will we need the governmental and religious organizations that we have today if it turns out there is something else or someone else that is technologically more advanced? And perhaps, from an evolutionary perspective, more advanced. Have we been wasting our time all this time, or are we doing exactly what we are supposed to be doing? Does it turn out that mankind is, in fact, just another animal in the zoo? We thought of ourselves as the zookeeper before, but maybe we're just another exhibit. What would that mean to us? When I say somber and sobering, I mean there's going to come a point in this conversation where we are going to have to do a lot of reconciling with ourselves, whatever that means. From whatever philosophical view you have, this is going to impact every single one of us equally, yet differently, and I think that's important. Do we find ourselves in a situation where history will have to be rewritten? That's what I meant. So, I know that was a mouthful, and I hope I made it slightly entertaining for you. Lou is absolutely correct here. As far as humans being another animal in the zoo, you know, I've spent most of my life in nihilism. Like, I don't see this as all that special, and I know there's a lot of people that agree with me. But most of humanity doesn't see it like that. Most of humanity sees us as very special. without that point of view, we don't necessarily have a lot of our religions. We are the chosen people, and there's the chosen few of those people. And we want to believe we're very important, and we may not be. But also, Lou brings up one small little point, that no matter where you are philosophically, there will be reconciling. I have an image of what I think the phenomena is, and it's built on a lot of books and a lot of reading and a lot of research of investigators from the past, a lot of what's come out of the military. I have an idea of what's going on, but there is a possibility that I am so entirely off base. You know, you read cosmic horror, and the scary part about those books is that the mind is unable to handle what's happening. That could very well be what happens. I remember waking up I remember watching 9/11 happen, and there's a world shattering that happens because that just didn't happen in America. Now, on a global scale, another entity shows up and say, hey, we wear the boots here. A lot of people are going to have a very hard time emotionally. So anyway, my point is, Lou's right. It will be a very somber moment for all of us. Moving on. We got the family conference. This I set aside this link before it was released, so I'm just going to go to the link I set aside. We'll worry about the rest later, or not at all, probably. So, definitely not that. You may remember a while ago, I think this was before I even went on my hiatus, there was the family that disappeared in Northern California while they were hiking. A mom, a dad, a dog, a daughter. I think it was a daughter. They were on an 8-mile loop, I believe. It was a very hot day, up into like 108 or 109 degrees, I think was the high that day. There was very little shade. This family was found in an area called Devil's Gulch. Let me just look and see if it's in this article. It was on the Hike Cove Trail. I don't see anything about devil, but I could have swore that it was in a devil area. Maybe I'm wrong. I could be totally wrong. But I thought there was. Anyway, the big mystery was that when their bodies were found, the father, the mother, the child, and the dog were just on the ground all next to each other, dead. And it's taken over a month, I believe. Let's see if the date is here. August 15th. So it's taken over 2 months for the sheriff's office to come forward and say anything. Now, a bunch of stuff was ruled out. Toxic algae or gases, carbon monoxide, all this stuff was immediately ruled out. Well, immediately as in like within the first week or so. 2 months pass. Then they have a news conference the other day wherein they say the heat killed them. Exhaustion. All of them. At the same time. I have seen many, many comments on Reddit that defend this and say, yeah, people can die of heat exhaustion. Yes, I know. I'm aware of that. And dogs can. And I get that. But all at once, all of them, a grown man, a little baby, a dog, like maybe one dies. the story doesn't add up to me. It doesn't explain why it took 2 months to come up with that explanation. That could have been an immediate guess. They ruled out insane things, toxic algae, before they got to heat exhaustion. What happened is an absolute tragedy, and I'm not trying to make light of it, and I'm not trying to make it something it's not. What I'm saying is it's weird. The official story is weird. Another note that I found in another thread on Reddit was that they did find toxins in water nearby, but they don't think the family drank from it. The family had an 85-ounce bottle that had water in it, but didn't by the time they were found. Let's assume it's nothing paranormal. It's nothing weird, okay? If it's so hot and they're near death, all 4 of them somehow, and they're out of water, you don't think they would have scooped up some of the water with toxins and drank it? I'm sorry, I can't wrap my head around how the official story makes sense. I can't. It's a tragedy, and I hope it doesn't happen again to anyone. We're just going to move on. Which brings us to Thursday, and our little buddy, Jetpack Guy, popped up again. This time...
When everybody goes to your room for internet, Google Fiber provides a strong connection.
No. Look at that.
Isn't that crazy?
Jetpack Guy.
That is not a jetpack, son. Nobody's on it, I don't think. What is that?
That's a bush. Point it up.
Where's everybody at? Did everybody go inside? Heather!
I'll go get Mom.
You better hurry.
Mom.
Now!
Okay. So it does look a lot like the jetpack guy that we've discussed, ever since I've been doing this a few times. I look to my right. Let's read this guy. So Earl Slusher is the person that that filmed it. So it started out, my son and I were outside working on my 81 short wide. I don't know what that is. When something caught my attention, I look to my right and see what looks to be a large craft of some sort. It had a strange Egyptian-looking head. It was an estimated length 28 feet long by about 20 feet wide. My son thought it was some kind of really large jetpack with a guy on it. I'm not even sure what I saw. It was very curious, though. It didn't seem to be in any kind of hurry and seemed to survey the area. I wish I could have gotten a better... This guy is saying this was 28 feet long by 20 feet wide. Let's take another look.
No.
Is the description for the same video? Because this does not look...
Isn't that crazy?
That's a jetpack.
That is not a jetpack, son.
Light is on there.
Nobody's on it, I don't think.
Any more?
I don't know. The description doesn't add up with what I'm seeing in the video at all. Strange. Let's check the Reddit comments. Balloons? Yeah, maybe. A lot of people saying balloons. This guy is also saying, I don't know what this is, and I don't know what was seen at the Canadian sighting, but I can sure as hell assert that the infamous Jetpack Man or Iron Man sightings in and around Los Angeles are definitely not a guy in a jetpack. Altitude, duration, movement, and signature don't add up. I don't know. I don't know enough about that shit to make a guess one way or the other, to be totally honest. Drone. But this guy's saying it's 28 feet. That's a huge drone, at least commercially. Blow-up doll. It's probably a blow-up doll. All right, fair enough, guys. Moving on. Oh, we're going back to Saturn. Here, so this article was, it's just a fucking weird one I saw. It's from the Pulse.1. I don't know. Vehicles larger than Earth are hovering around Saturn, says ex-Lockheed NASA scientists. A picture of a large, unidentified luminous source hovering near one of Saturn's rings via the ring. Get the hell out of here. Via the ring makers of Saturn by Dr. Norman Bergrun. Does anyone know anything about Dr. Norman Bergrun? Longtime senior scientist at Ames Research Center and Lockheed Martin, Dr. Norman Bergrun wrote a book called The Ring Makers of Saturn. In it, he uses data and pictures captured by the Voyager capsules to explain why he believes large extraterrestrial vehicles are proliferating around Saturn. And I remember briefly going through the article, and basically it just says, listen, there's, we believe crazier things. People didn't think UFOs were real until this year, which is horseshit. I don't know. This seems like some Expanse shit. Let's see. This is all just defending the idea that there could be something weird. In his book, The Ring Makers of Saturn, Bergrun provides photographic evidence taken by Voyager 1 and 2 space probes of what he refers to as large extraterrestrial vehicles. Sure, they may be something unexplainable and not extraterrestrial vehicles, but what's intriguing is his strong belief that that's indeed what they are. It begs the question, how does he know? Has he been privy to more information beyond the photographic data presented in his book? According to him, existence of extraterrestrial space vehicles of enormous size and power is a fact, the significance of which is difficult to grasp, let alone assess. He documents how strange luminous sources seen around Saturn have been a common theme throughout the history of... all right. We were aware that there was like weird light shit going on out there, and we did the whole podcast episode about weird moonlights that have pretty much gone unexplained. I don't know. It seemed like... Oh, shit. There we go. Norman published this book in 1986, and more than 2 decades later, he gave a rare interview with Project Camelot. I don't know if you know anything about Project Camelot. I will let you Google them and scroll their site. Entertaining. It is an entertaining site with entertaining things on it. Listen, this might be true, but I'm not gonna place any bets on it at all. And it's not because it's quite out there either. It's because it seems like it's made up. It doesn't seem like there's anything to really back it up. Who knows what the hell this is? This could be the bottom of a goddamn frying pan. I don't know. Dr. Norman Bergrun, if anyone knows anything about him, let's Google him. Let's find out. And I don't want any Project Camelot links. Keep them. Oh, his book goes for $2,100 on eBay. Holy moly. Oh, here it is on Drive. There we go. I'm just going to download that right on the live stream. So yeah, if you want a copy of his book, it's on Drive. $2,100. Get the hell out of here. Why don't amateur astronomers see these vehicles despite their $1,000 telescopes that can clearly see Saturn's rings? Because reasons. I agree. Yeah, and then we just get more fucking nonsense. Yeah, I don't buy this horse shit at all. All right. What else we got? Oh, we're moving on to Friday, and only one link. I believe our office is haunted. Story and video explanations in comments. Let's go in blind. Let's look at the comments afterward and see why this office is haunted. Picture frame's moving. Somebody's walking in. Picture frame fell. Oh, that was it, huh? Should we do it again? Can I just get this to repeat? I'm going to try to debunk this right now. Okay, so it looks like this painting or picture or whatever it is only on one nail. Maybe there's one here, but it looks like it's only on one. Or this could be like a nail that was pounded in too far, and so it's barely on it. This person enters. So I don't think it's absurd to think that she entered from somewhere, right? An air pressure change could have popped it just like that. Oh, it fell off. Now it's too heavy for it. I'm curious to see, if we look at this car that's up here in the beginning of the video, we'll see that it kind of jumps around. See? It's not smooth video. I just wanted you to take note of that for when we start analyzing some shit to go on with this painting, okay? It looks like the painting's being jerked, right? Yes. But in comparison with the car motion, which we know would be smooth, we have to assume that maybe this is also not exactly how it looked in real life. I'm inclined to think that it was an air pressure change. Maybe her footsteps also exacerbated that, and the fucking thing fell off the wall. I think that's all there is to that. All right, Saturday. We've got two Bigfoot things. Vermont tree climber Bigfoot. And I have a little note here that says it's 16 minutes into the video. So God bless me for being that patient. Oh, so this is from Gypsy Road, who also does a kind of paranormal news thing that I just found out. Much higher production quality than I've got at the moment.
Hey, stop clicking around.
Stop it. We're not going to give ads any space here. So, I don't know. The Gypsy Road guy, he seemed very exuberant. If that's your thing, go check him out. All right. 16 minutes in. Here we go. Let's see what Gypsy Road had to say about
Wood
this.
8 YouTube channel. Vermont tree climber Bigfoot upscaled to 1080p. So he took a Vermont tree climbing Bigfoot footage and he upscaled it to 1080p. Now, is that enough to make a difference? I don't know. What the hell? Let's just watch this video and let's judge it for ourselves. Here we go.
I want to do a show with this guy. Let's do a podcast together, Gypsy Rose.
Just staring right out at me. Not bolting like a bear cub, say, would do.
Hello?
There's a lot we can pick up on this video that I did not notice at the time. Here he is moving some leaves out of the way from our right to left.
This seems like a bear. Does it seem like a bear to you?
Or could it even be a wave?
I can see you.
Next, he turns and shimmies up the tree.
That looks pretty small. I think it's a bear cub.
Where are you? I think I see you. Hello.
it only makes sense, right, that the visual experience here would be rather indirect and obscured. After all, that's the nature of the beast, almost without exception.
I'm just gonna say good enough. So that, to me, that looks like a bear cub. How anybody could think that's a tree climbing Sasquatch, I don't know. Good grief. All right, the last link of Saturday. This one's just called Bigfoot, so I guess it was just another Bigfoot. Here we go. Let's find out. Oh, I briefly remember seeing this this morning. And we'll go in blind again. Oh, okay. Hold on. Let's go back. There we go. I don't know. Fuck. Oh, this second one, though. What's going on with... What is this video? Is this just a bunch of big feet? All right, we'll do it one by one. This... That's a dude in costume. Feels like it. This one... Could be anything. Go as frame by frame as Reddit will allow. Again, could be anything. It's too far away, too pixelated to tell. That could just be a human being. Too far away. Are these videos all from the same person? Fake. If you watch a little video, see some bad actors. Yeah, totally. These guys are hoaxers. The second clip is someone recording their burning brush. Yeah, it looks like a hoax. The whole thing looks fake. That was pretty much the week, but you know, I wanted to keep things as normal as possible. You know, just because me and the show are getting a divorce, and you'll have 2 Christmases now. I wanted to keep things as normal as possible. So don't you worry. I've got a little paranormal goofy shit for you. It's that fucking thing. I don't know, because, you know, you would have to make these cuts to even get it to look like that. Whoever it was, I forget who made this or who posted it or whatever. Thanks. I love it. I might get a print and put it on the back of a denim jacket. It's beautiful. So, so that's it. That is our stream. What'd you think? Do you like this format? Do you want me to keep going with this? Do you want me to go back to the old format? I'll tell you, it was a fucking... I'm not sure if it's possible with my current schedule to go back to the old format, but I miss doing the paranormal news, and I miss reaching out and connecting with y'all. So I don't know. If you have suggestions, let me know. And if you see anything throughout the week, let me know. And I'd be happy to cover it and look at it. And that's a part of the good thing about doing it this way is we can look at things together. And we can check out the comment sections and be a little more loose and relaxed with it. And still have a good time. So, like I said, let me know. And if you have no suggestions, we're going to do exactly this all over again next week. Next Sunday night. But in the meantime, you know, if you want to donate to the show, it's all right here. We got the Patreon if you want to do it monthly. Or if you want to do one-time donations, there's my Cash App and my Venmo. Either one's fine. There's some new stuff I could definitely use. Or rent, you know, whatever. I am, as an update, I am trying to get back into getting the 2nd season of the podcast finished. I've got a couple of episode outlines ready. I just haven't had the time to actually write the scripts or record anything. Hopefully we'll be getting back to that very shortly. As for any other projects that were under the Low Strangest umbrella, they are all on indefinite hiatus until my schedule frees back up. But like I said, check us out on the socials, Twitter and Instagram, of course. And I did open TikTok again for the first time, so I'll probably spend some more time shitting on people and get a few more of those TikTok videos uploaded to YouTube for you. Anyway, that's that. Thanks so much for hanging out, and I hope you enjoyed it. If you are watching this later, after the stream has ended, come hang out next time. Sundays at, well, depending on where you live, 8 p.m. Central, 9 p.m. Eastern, 7 p.m. Mountain, 6 p.m. Fucking California Pacific. Bye.